Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick. I go by 6 feet of meat. It's a gamer tag I've had since I was a kid. Don't mess with it at all. But this is going to be a channel that I focus on my runs and my rides and kind of anything that I throw in between. This channel has changed a lot, but now it will be me posting weekly updates of all of the activities that I do from my runs and my bikes. And I can put some video footage in, some stats, and we can kind of go over my progress as time goes on. I'm doing this just for fun. I'm having a great time doing it and figured why not film it in the process. If you could, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll keep up to date with everything that's going on with me and this channel. And thank you again. Starting it off with a run at Aztec Lake in Santa Clarita Valley. I will let the video play out and we'll get going from here. About 0.6 miles in, pretty decent uphill run a little bit, kind of ups and downs, not too crazy elevation, but the thing that I have been lacking on is my runs versus my bikes. My runs have been around 5K, where my bikes have been around 40K, so discrepancy has been quite high, but for a run, couldn't really ask for prettier scenery. As you can see here, you can see all of the lake. It's beautiful. This was definitely the first run in a while that I really put in a decent effort. I did a couple of stops in between and a couple of different things, mostly to kind of mess with the camera because this was my first time using the camera. So I'm about 12 minutes in, about 1.5 miles in. Ooh, this one's a hard one today. I'm gonna try to do about 5K, so about 3.1 miles. We'll see where it takes us. Approaching this hill here, 3/4 of the way through my water bottle. We are about 1.75 miles in. Got this next hill, not too shabby. I am 2.05 miles in. Should be the last hill. Everything else is going down. This is the area that got all burned. It's already grown back. All right, on the back final stretch of my run here. I am 3.10. I'm 5K in. So the run is finished. 3.3 miles. Moderate pace, a couple of breaks in between, a couple to mess with the camera. This is my first time with the Action 4, so we're gonna see how it goes, and then we can always adjust accordingly on the next run or ride. Good morning. It is Friday, April 18th. It is about 8:30 a.m. I am in my car.
I'm in my mum's car.
About to head for a bike ride. It is about 53 to 55 degrees. I'm wearing a long sleeve. Kind of reluctant on whether I'm gonna wear gloves / the balaclava. I've got a whole face covering, but we'll see how cold it is when I get there. So it ended up not being as cold as I expected it to be, so there was no use for the thermal gloves or for the balaclava. Here you can see me trying to set up the camera and trying to get the perfect angle. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, and I didn't set on the stabilization, so I can promise you that videos will only get better from here. finishing up. Back a little trail here. About to hit a little incline as I get up here to Newhall Ranch. Going under the bridge.
Ended up being a phenomenal day to ride.
Alrighty. Start of the hill. Ooh. Alrighty, I'm about 3/4 of the way up this hill on Newhall Ranch. Hurting, but not enough. A lot better than last time. Just staying in a low gear and hoping to disappear.
While tackling this climb, I noticed that there was a police officer sitting in the middle of the road waiting with the speed check, trying to catch anybody moving a little too fast.
Cop just got somebody speeding, now he's chasing him. Let's see if I can catch up to him. Got him. Second hill. This one's the higher one. See how I do. Forgot how steep these hills are. Doesn't look steep, but probably at least like 7% incline. It's gnarly. Let's see how I tackle it. Let's go. I always forget how hard this is. Every time. Ooh. Alrighty. Made it up the hill. Now I get to turn around and come all the way back.
Now for my favorite, but probably the most dangerous part, the descents. If any of you know, I love watching Safa Brian, and his descents are amazing, but the worst part that I hate is he doesn't really show the uphills. Just also ignore the dancing and singing that comes up soon here in just a little bit after the descent. It happens again a little bit later, but we'll choose to ignore it because it's smart.
It takes 4 or 5 seconds for a barrel to flow.
Won't believe.
It's sinking or swimming, thinking of you in the afterglow. But I guess it'll way that way. Going through the motions, yeah. If we could turn the tides, got 4 or 5 seconds.
That's exactly how I sounded. I didn't cut out any of my audio to protect the fact that my voice sounded absolutely atrocious. I'm now just a little bit over halfway. Legs are still feeling pretty decent, nothing too bad. You'll hear me say a little bit later that I'm planning on doing a bike ride this weekend. I usually do a bike ride on the weekend with my girlfriend, so I'm not trying to kill myself too hard right now. Here I'm just slowly working back to the Valencia town center area, heading towards the Iron Horse trailhead back where I started the ride. I have a 8-mile loop that goes from there to upwards of Valencia, and I'm gonna go get started on that in just a few seconds.
I'm about 11 miles in. Thankfully, the rest of this is pretty much flat. There's a little bit of incline, a little bit of decline, but nowhere near the hills like I was just doing. So, thankfully, the rest of this should be pretty easy. I'm only going to do about 20 miles today.
This is what I mean when I say relatively flat. There's definitely little uphills and downhills, but nothing more than about 150 to 200 feet in elevation. Here, I just made a turnaround and I'm heading back to my car at the Iron Horse trailhead.
Ending it at 18.5 miles today. Nothing too crazy, but I'm also going to ride probably Sunday, so take it too easy. That should be it.
Finished the bike ride, did 18.5 miles. Now I'm on the actual mission, which if you live in the Santa Cruz Valley, you know the best breakfast burritos is Jimmy Dean's and it's Everest. I'm at Jimmy Dean's here in the parking lot in the drive-thru, about to get a fat breakfast burrito. So just be prepared for that. Going. Today is Saturday, April 19th, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a hike / run. I'm gonna try to jog and run as much as I can, but at the end of the day it's gonna end up turning into a hike because it's definitely a lot more elevation than I'm used to. But we'll see how it goes.
Making some decent progress. Not too shabby so far. It's definitely a lot harder running up hills. All right, we're at 12 minutes on the dot. 1 mile, and we are still pushing. I don't know how many miles I'm gonna do today. All I can guarantee is that I probably won't run the whole way. Now starts the real run. So I'm
about 1.4 miles in. You can see I'm on this road. You can see from the front, and it's beautiful. It's 77 degrees, beautiful Saturday. Unfortunately, my girlfriend's sick, so she's not joining me today, but she will be at home waiting with a cold drink when I get there, which I can't wait. About 2.25 miles in. Unfortunately, it's about to get real loud because I'm getting real close to the freeway. Got a nice little uphill in just a second. See the entire 5 freeway, all northbound and southbound. Turn around here. This pole should be about 4 miles. 49 minutes, 4 miles on the dot, 13 minutes on that mile. Whew, I gotta take a break. Now's my least favorite, the decline. Forget how bad it hurts the knees until you start moving. Couldn't ask for more beautiful scenery. I know I already said that about the lake, but this is one of the best reasons to live in California. I am 4.75 miles in. I'm about 57 minutes in. As you can see, the road continues all the way up there. And on this side, the road continues all the way over there. It's a long, windy road. We are 5.3 miles in, an hour and 2 minutes into this jog slash run slash hike. I'm not feeling too bad since everything was uphill. The rest is gonna be downhill. All right, we are 6 miles in, hour and 10 minutes. Slowly making our way back. Always got to stop and take in the fact of all these rolling hills and mountains. It's just so beautiful. About 6.7 miles in. Running now down towards the houses. Almost done. I'm 7 miles in. I just reached the top of the houses. I've been running for an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, making my way down the hill here. I tend to run the last mile faster than all the other miles. It doesn't hurt that this is fully downhill. All right, just finished 8 miles, 1 hour, 27 minutes. Not too shabby. It's about 10:15, 10:20 pace the whole way. My last mile was at like 6:09 though, pretty quick. All right, I am feeling it for sure.
That caps it out for this week. There was 4 activities. Unfortunately, like I said, the bike didn't get recorded, but we got the run, bike, and run. You can see I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different activities here. That's a total of 65.5 miles for this week, 3,347 feet of elevation, 5 hours, 58 minutes. We'll round that up to 6 hours of total workout time and 4 workouts for the week. I will let you know my progress next week. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe. See you.